SCAD worked was that there was tons and tons of freshmen, like they were like the hugest class, and then just basically just the program itself was just like, hey, you have to do a lot of work, and if you can't handle it, you gotta drop out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how a lot of colleges work, honestly.
I hear you. This is different.
I understand. I understand. Like, this is a different beast where they're like, oh, you want to be a lawyer? That's funny. How badly?
Yeah, all these people are like 3.8, 3.9 GPAs. So, like, they're the people who are like, man, college, easy. One of my, like, peers in the law school did a chemistry PhD. And he was like, yeah, this is harder. This is so much harder. I'm like,
God damn.
like, what the fuck? But yeah. It's
Chemistry to law is an interesting life path.
you need to hold a degree in the sciences to become a patent attorney. And specifically, if you want to patent for pharmaceutical companies, holding a degree in chemistry is very important. So, theoretically, he could be a very, very, very well-paid patent attorney, because some patent attorneys in the medical field can make, like, literally millions of dollars a year. But...
So you're saying law school is college but honor mode?
No. Law school is college, but they're not afraid to tell you if you're dumb.
Okay.
And they expect you to basically put your life on hold. Yeah. Like, don't be dumb, put your life completely on hold. And, like, if you're not the best of the best, you're gone. Plain and simple. And also because it's college, but you have to be able to have the temperament. So they need to be like, all right, we need to stretch you until your breaking point, and then, like, 3 times further, just to see.
Okay. You see, my goofy ass would burst into tears in that environment because I know I'm stupid.
It's don't worry, there are already people, dude. There were people crying in a class where it was like the review before a quiz, and we had people sobbing, like, openly in class as we were, like, doing review.
God, that is so... That's exactly how it would be if I were in law school.
You have to, like,
we would be together in the crying closet.
I don't even know that I would be at the fucking review, because I'd get there and start crying and I go, I'm just not passing, I'm gonna drop out right now.
Well, the problem is, if you drop out, you owe the law school like $80,000 still.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Why do you think most law schools, for like a year to go there, you're looking about $90,000 to $100,000 a year. There's a reason why I'm like, Regent, just let me walk in here. Sure, I'll put up with it.
Yeah. Very fair.
So yeah, you would be like,
Maybe I can suck it up. Maybe I can suck it up.
well, and
I won't do well, but I'll suck it up.
Well, here's the thing: if you get kicked out for low grades, they'll boot you with a C plus or below. Grade point average. Graded on a curve. So, if you get booted, it's $40,000 or $50,000.
I'm hearing less than 80.
Yeah. Theoretically. But they're basically, stay in law school or die.
I see.
I assume this is so off topic. I'm so sorry. Related to the session that we're talking about, I assume since I am in a death coma that I have 0 stamina points.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
Do
truce.
the rest of us have stamina?
Oh no.
Okay.
No.
0 stamina, tired 8, nothing can go wrong.
Exactly. It's probably fine.
Some of us are at tired 9, you fancy bastard.
You chose that.
I did, and I don't regret it. Even a little bit.
Mhm.
We got 4 pips from that. You're fucking welcome.
Well, it's time to give a little recap. So, Shannon, would you do the honors?
I may need some help because my setup was a bit wonky.
Oh, that's true.
I got you. Sorry, I was very prepared to give the recap today.
Oh, okay, you can give it if you want.
I would love to. Let me find my notes again, because I set them over here while I was making dinner. Okay, so,
I can do next time for sure, probably.
gotcha. Because I knew my turn was coming up soon, and so I was anxiously preparing, so I got it this time. So we began last session with the teleporting to where Diana, Polydectes, and Randall were camped out. Luckily, we succeeded, and they revealed that they had been under attack by these like roaming patrol camps for the past. Was it hour? It was hours. It wasn't like. It was a while though. Everybody was mostly fine. A few scrapes and bruises, like sling, but otherwise fine. Nothing life-threatening or horrible right now. We talked for a bit, checking in, but we then felt an immense presence of the Ascendant power, and we were like, oh shit, oh fuck. And Varelian showed up, our favorite guy, my best friend. We love him, and we're all super normal about it. We talked for a very long time, some a bit hostile, some a bit sad, some in the middle. He told us how to avoid the patrol routes. He told us about how the cult was moving past the Grey Gate. And he told us about Boudica's son and the very, very big danger that he was in. He at some point referred to us as the lesser of 2 evils and implored us not to hurt anyone, but to delay the ritual the cult is doing. He also did not appreciate the idea of a cure. At the end of our conversation, he and Vicha kind of bonded over having both been hurt by our group, yet still sticking together anyway. Then he and Neza shared a solid goodbye. After that, we prepared to go back to Darmian with another very, 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 very long run. Thank you, Helmuth. We had some conversations, shared some medical theories, chatted with Helmuth a bit, and then we set off. There was a skill challenge that, while we did succeed, we were just slightly delayed in getting back to Darmian, but we still succeeded very well. During this run, Randall and Polydectes were carried by Helmuth and Boudica, and Neza and Diana ended up falling into a coma after taking up heroic levels of tired. The session ended with us arriving on Darmian's doorstep.
Well, the doorstep of the Grand Laboratory.
Well, yeah. Not the actual doorstep of the city, but the metaphorical doorstep.
Where we begin. Those of you who are conscious, push your way into the halls of the Grand Laboratory. As you make your way inside, you would find that it's not as you left it. The interior is destroyed. The walls have fallen in. Boudica, you're able to see black mold along the floor, and everything generally appears more decrepit. The laboratory sits in a dead silent salon. Must ask, what are you guys doing?
Go ahead.
I'm gonna start looking around for any sign of a note or any just signs of life.
Then make a physical check for me, Boudica.
You know, I'm so good at that. Yes, that's right. Eight successes.
8 successes. Okay. As you make your way around, you first check to see where all of you were holding the Lady Oceana Lair. And you see her locked behind a series of wards. She is unconscious, being kept that way, likely due to the magic, although the wards look heavily damaged. As you continue on, Boudica still looking around, you check the lower levels and eventually come by what is left of Magister Monique Tahanis. It looks like the Warrens got to her. But looking through, you see no other signs of life.
I will go back to the party and... so, Oceane's still here. She's unconscious. I don't know how long she'll be kept that way. It's the wards there, and... Johannes... The Warrens were here.
That would make sense. I think you told me you traveled through here with the fake feature, right?
Yes.
Ilana's gonna try to assess how much of the various pieces of equipment around the lab are damaged.
Gotcha. Make a mental check, and you can add your medicine bonus as well.
Okay. 6.
6. As you're looking through then, some of the pieces of equipment look a little dented up. You might need to make some minor repairs to one or two pieces. Maybe replace some glass casings or two. Overall, though, it looks to be in fairly good condition.
Okay. Also remind me, who of us are unconscious?
Diana and Naza, I believe.
Okay.
However, basically all of you are on the verge of just passing out.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check the room that Naza was resting in as she recovered from surgery.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you go look in it. It's a little messy with kind of sheets and what appears to be like dirt on the floor. But that's about it. Otherwise, in fairly good condition.
Did the door seem like it was still secure?
It does.
Okay. Also, does that room still have like cots or gurneys or beds or whatever?
It does.
Okay, how many?
Looking at it, probably about 3.
Okay. I'll load, hopefully with some help, Naza and Diana onto a couple of them.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll help out.
And Helmuth would as well. This place has stink of warrens, of dark magic.
Yeah, it does.
You do not believe it is here now? This is good.
That's excellent to hear. This place is where the equipment that I need to try and synthesize this cure is. Not sure how. As he sort of tries to blink the tired out of his eyes. Up to what I am right now, but I can try.
Niet. Sleep. Rest. You are no good to us in this condition.
Yes, sir. And I'm gonna try and set up just like some bedrolls or whatever in the same room with Naze and Diana.
Okay.
Try and get some rest.
Gotcha.
Actually, before I do that, I would like to check the library.
Okay.
See if it's been messed up.
As you go, you actually do see the library has a bunch of books open. A lot of them are like travel books, books to help judge the weather, seasons, lots of books on geography and terrain, specifically on the primordial ring, and basically anything and everything on the terrain of lords.
Is it all like factual scientific information, or is there also like, I don't know, cultural stuff?
It seems to all be more factual and scientific,
Okay.
not really dealing with the culture of lords at all.
Gotcha. Does it look like the shelves or any of the books have been damaged, torn up, burned?
No, it doesn't look like any of that has happened.
Okay. All right. Well, I am gonna go get some rest.
Okay.
I will inform everybody else of what I found, of what books were open and out.
Gotcha. Then
And try to
Vicha,
settle in.
and you'll settle in?
Yeah.
Then Boudica and Vicha, what are you two doing?
Boudica's probably also dirt tired, so if no one's needs anything urgent of her, she's gonna situate herself to go ahead and rest.
Mm-hmm.
I think Vicha would, just because he's still new to Lords, he probably would head to the library and kind of like skim over those things, see if he himself can get a better grasp of the area, but he would, probably go to bed fairly soon. I imagine he's barely capable of staying awake for what he tries to read.
Yeah, make a spirit save.
I physically cannot.
Cool. You pass out in the library.
Fair enough. Yeah, I got a spirit of 5 and tired 8.
Yep. That's rough.
Nothing new for Vicha, though.
Mm-hmm. But all of you can complete a complete rest. And a complete rest would relieve you of 1 level of tired. And at this point, those of you who are at 5 or more tired are beginning to go into aether shock. Literally a type of shock that aether souls can experience, where your aether is fully funneling to like regenerating your bodies. It can do nothing else. So, for as long as you have 5 or more levels of tired, you can't use any of your powers. You're literally out of gas.
Fun.
But we're awake?
You would be barely awake, Nigza. Still in kind of shock. As well, I'm going to need you to roll 2d6 for me.
Oh, Lord.
Lords, ha, that's where we are.
I don't know if that's good or not. 5?
5. You can't feel your hands. Part of your aether shock is the inability to, like, manipulate your hands in any meaningful way.
Great, I think she's gonna go back to sleep and try to get another rest out of this.
Gotcha.
I mean, I guess she'll be there if anybody needs conversation, but I don't know that she's here, if you know.
I think before Neza passes out again, Boudica's gonna try and catch her real quick. Boudica's just gonna say like, hey, I know you're pretty wiped right now, but are you any good with glyphs, do you think? Or like wards? I meant
I can try. I can try.
not right now. It doesn't need to be done right now. I just want the information for later.
Yeah, I've got the book Benno gave me. I can try. Why
Alright.
isn't he here to help?
Go to bed, sleepyhead.
Trying to decide if she's even able to guess at what that means.
Boudica just said power word sleep.
Just like put hand on forehead, presses into pillow.
Yeah.
No Inquisitor. Currently, if I wanted to make any kind of like spirit thing, that would be sitting at -6 dice. -5, I'm sorry. I don't know that she's of present mind to even worry. It's like, okay, Ben will handle it.
Dies.
I will take Polydectes around to the different equipment and just make extra sure that none of the different bangs and dents are going to cause any functional issues.
All right, then, as you're going around, Alon, you can see Polydectes is looking things over, and then you can see he kind of stops. Alon?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. This isn't good.
I go over to where we're standing.
See, he's looking at one of the pieces of equipment that helps to synthesize complex, like, proteins really necessary for the creation of this vaccine. Do you see what I see going on here?
Do I see something abnormal?
I mean, it's a little beat up, but you don't have an understanding of this machine to the level that Polydectes does.
Oh, yeah, I see Polydectes, I see bangs and dents. Assuming you see something more serious.
No. Just the bangs and dents. It used to be such a nice looking machine. And he kind of looks to you and gives you a wry smile.
Yeah, kid. All right.
Come on now. We'll need to fix up some of these parts, but overall, she's in fairly good shape, this laboratory. We can get some work done.
All right, good. Yeah, let's at least get the process started, huh?
Aye. And he'll set to work.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
At
Then,
some point,
oh, go ahead.
Boudica will wander in. You know, she can't do much, but she's there. If she's like, if you need someone to lift like heavy thing, I'm here. Or I could be moral support.
Technically, we need to move that 400-pound glass canister over there.
I can move that. I am so good at science.
Yes, you are.
I feel like all of us are probably not in the condition to go full from start to finish on this process, but just sort of anything preliminary that we can get done, gonna try to.
Gotcha. And you can certainly do all the preliminary stuff. Pretty much everything that you needed was, getting the actual dragon scale and enough mithril. So it's just basically getting everything set up for the final push.
Do I think that the infected nature of these dragon scales will affect the math at all?
Looking at it, you don't actually think so, because the dragon scales are very good conductors of primordial magic. It's really what they're used for. So if you're able to put it through like the purification gas once or twice and just use the raw dragon scale, then it should be fine. It should do what you actually need it to do, which is to like be this lens and focus.
Okay.
But probably you'd be able to get everything preliminarily set by about noon.
All right, cool. Yes, take a break and do a little bit of a huddle.
All right.
On the way in, you said that Boudica saw the wards around Ocean's cage.
Yeah.
Didn't Benno set up a bunch of wards around basically the whole of the building?
Mm-hmm. The
Did we
wards
see any
outside.
of those?
Yeah, the wards outside the building seem to be untouched, and like
Okay.
still fairly strong. I mean, there's layer after layer after layer of those wards. It's pretty much impossible for anything to get in unless it was let in.
Gotcha.
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Okay.
But as they're doing all that, Vicha, what are you doing up until noon?
I think Vicha would probably mosey in to offer help, but this isn't really his expertise, and he also has one die for mental he can roll. So aside from that, he'd probably kind of be like shut up in the library. That's probably where he's the most comfortable. Especially because I think he'd probably be a little fairly nervous around Helmuth. Generally trying to stay out of his way.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Helmuth would just kind of be patrolling around the inside of this place after he saw that Lon, Polydectes, and Boudica were getting to the making of the cure. So he's kind of going SEAL Team 6, sweeping and making sure there's nothing of note inside.
Mm-hmm. Yep, just avoiding eye contact when he comes by where Vicha is.
Mm-hmm. And I think you would also be able to see, Vicha, that Celeste would have taken to making sure that Diana and Neza were taken care of. Nothing was going on with them.
Gotcha.
But when you go into the library, is there anything in particular that you're going to be hunting for?
No, I think he'll just be kind of looking for things that kind of just to catch him up to date. So stuff about kind of the area. Think if he's able to find it, stuff on the Grey Gate maybe.
Mm-hmm. You could do
Yeah,
that. Get yourself caught up.
Cool. Maybe kind of. Is the library kind of focused on like one particular topic, or is it just kind of like a whole bunch of shit?
Well, this is mainly a scientific laboratory, so it's mainly like scientific references. Like it's like if you're looking at anything, it's through that lens.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I think he might also just kind of start looking for more recently published volumes and stuff, just kind of combing through to see what's been up since he got yeeted through dimensions for like 15 years. 14.
I mean, it is all still pretty out of date. Like there's nothing like new. So,
Ah,
you can get snippets here and there, but it's not cutting edge.
very fair.
However, what are the people working on the cure doing?
Do short rests also remove layers of levels of tired or no?
No.
Okay. I would like to check in on how Randall's doing after that long trek.
He is hanging in there. He's probably just like still in bed, but kind of as you go up to him, he kind of like gives you a weak smile. So we made it, huh?
Yeah, we made it.
That's good. And all of you can really run.
Well, not without some cost.
I see that.
From my personal experience, do I think he's still too weak to draw some blood from him?
You think he's probably good enough to draw blood from?
Okay. Randall, would you mind if I just took a little bit of blood from you?
Not at all.
Okay. In that case, I'd like to extract some.
And you can do that.
We're sort of gearing up over in the other room there. But, you and Diana and Naza just have to focus on getting your rest back in. 'Cause that was a long trip for everybody, but
Yeah. I can do that. Is Diana all right?
yeah, it's, well, she's just, all of us are tired. She's just extra tired, and, well, I told her to say something if she wanted help on the run, but
That girl would have rather died.
apparently stubbornness runs in the family, I guess.
I guess so.
It's real annoying when I'm on the other side of it.
And Randall will just give a silent nod.
But yeah, she'll be fine.
It's good.
Oh, you should be fine. You just need your rest.
Thank you.
Of course. I'll sort of give him a tap and head back into the room. Are there diagnostic equipment like my analyzer in here?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to check to make sure that the treatment I gave Randall for his infection have stayed strong.
It has.
Okay. So no traces?
No traces.
Okay, great. How long of a process do I think the actual synthesization is going to be?
Given yours and Polydectes' best estimates, it's probably about 2 or 3 hours to get everything into place if nothing goes wrong, and maybe another 3 days cooking before you actually know whether this formula works or not.
All right. Well, I look at Polydectes, and if Helmuth passes on his scanning, I will pose the question while they're both in earshot. Do we want to get started on an initial trial?
Begin.
All right.
Time is our full.
It is. It's gonna take a few days anyway, and well, after that point, hopefully we'll all be in much better shape to, if it doesn't work, be in a much better spot to improve on the second round. So, Polydectes, shall we?
Aye, we shall. And he'll start working with you.
All right.
Let's see. At this point, as you're working with everyone kind of pitching in here, Dalton, I'm just going to need you to roll a d6 for the setup.
6.
I see. You save your best for the biggest moments, huh, Dalton? So, as all of you do the setup, you are putting every ounce of focus you have into this. You take the dragon scale itself, purify it with the gas to the best of your abilities, and then start piecing it in to the machines, looking to harness the primordial magic of the area. Then Polydectes begins melting down the mithril into small flakes so that it can be put into the serum, a way to strengthen it once it goes into the bloodstream of the infected, making it so that the serum cannot be changed or warped by the virus. And then, as all of you kind of take a step back, flipping on the machines, now it's a waiting game. In about 2 days, maybe 3, but you think 2 due to you rolling a 6, you should have your answer.
There's no, like, intermittent observations I can do. It's just, you have to wait the full time.
Yeah, basically you're, like, putting the serum itself in, like, a large vat, sealing it off, letting it cook. Breaking the seal and, like, letting the process stop would just endanger the formulation.
Gotcha. All right, then. Then I will announce to the group that it's cooking, and we just have to wait for like 2 days.
This is acceptable. There's much that can be done in 2 days.
Yeah, there is.
Well, what's the plan once it's done? Who are we trying it on? Are we trying it on Oceane?
Well, she's the only infected person that I see.
Alright. Well, we might want to improve not the glyphs, I keep calling them glyphs, the wards around her.
Well,
They're looking a
Hazel
little
or
weak.
Benno would be the ones to ask about that. Speaking of Helmuth, you've been pacing around the building. Have you seen any signs of struggle?
I have. People were chased through multiple parts of building.
Do you think they made it out of the building?
I don't know. I have found remains. I know at least some did not.
Do any of the remains have green hair, if you could see?
I found green hair.
Not on a body, right?
Niet, not on body. Your blood.
Was this in the basement, perhaps?
Niet. On middle level.
Mm.
Tucked in the corner.
Would you mind showing me where that is?
Duh. Follow.
Like I said, at this point, this just cooks on its own.
I'll come with.
Is Nasa in the room at this point, or is she still gone?
I thought she was still unconscious.
Yeah, you said you went back to sleep.
That is true. I just wanted to make double, triple sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Neza is not there. Now.
Her spidey senses go off and she jolts awake.
I'm.
She has spidey senses?
That's what the Inquisitor power is.
Man, that would
Surgery
be
side
cool.
effect.
She has that, but it's just sort of like it manifests in her dreams in a weird way, and then she just sort of ignores it.
Mm-hmm.
Quit giving me visions to ignore in my dreams.
But Helmuth will go ahead and lead a few members down into one of the middle levels. And as you enter kind of inside this room, it looked to be Benno's like personal lab. And going here, it's just an absolute fucking wreck. Pretty much all the instruments shattered. You're able to see signs of a struggle, parts of the floor ripped up. There are a few broken wards on the walls of this place that you're able to spot, Boudica. He shows you kind of like a bloodstain in a corner and like bits of green hair, almost like it had been sheared off by something.
From my medical understanding, does this seem like an amount of blood that would be life-threatening, or does the spray denote something like arterial?
It looks like arterial spray.
Well, do you think there's a possibility that he was taken by the Warrens?
Maybe. Do I see any signs of a body being dragged?
I mean, floor's ripped up, so hard to say.
Mm. Shit. Does it look like he was working on anything in particular that I can tell?
As you like go over, this place is too wrecked to be able to tell really anything. Looked like he was at least looking at something under a microscope, but you can't really tell anything more than that.
Yeah, I wish I had powers right now.
Boudica is going to look around and see if there are any books about wards that she will kind of gather up if they're around.
In here, there is one or two. You'd probably have to go to the main library to get most information about them, though.
She's gonna go ahead and wander off and get that started. She's like, I don't know where Benno is, but this is a problem. This is a fire I can start to put out.
Okay.
Hey, Boudica. Welcome to the library.
Hi, nerd. Well, I'm here to acquire some nerd supplements, aka books.
I don't think you'll find this here.
Nerd steroids.
I just said I was looking for books. I just looking for
Yeah,
books.
not here.
There are so many books here. I'm
Yeah, I
looking
don't
for
know about that. I think you might be hallucinating again. Uh, what do you need?
I'm looking for books on wards. Um, I'm gonna give them to Neza when Neza is conscious again, so that we could maybe fix the wards on Ocean, because the fact that they are kind of weakened makes my tummy hurt. Especially if we want to inject her with something, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be dangerous to have her out and about right now. Let's see. I think I might have seen them over here. Um, would Vicha have seen any wards? Any books on wards?
Yeah,
Cool.
they
Then yeah,
Oh,
look
you
well
we'll kind of.
used.
So Boudica's gonna point in that direction and be like, oh, so you mean the section with the big sign on it that says wards? Is that where I can find the wards books?
I didn't know you could read.
I I'm literate.
Finding the books about wards in the wards ward.
Yeah. I'm unwillingly literate.
Yeah, they're over there.
Thank you, Vicha. Thank you very much. What are you reading? What are you gathering? What are you studying, nerd?
Right now I'm just looking at some of the Terrains of Lords. Um, since Alon mentioned those books were already opened up, and you know, you guys have been stomping around here for quite a while, but it's all new to me. So
Mm-hmm.
I figured I'd just try to get myself on the same page as the rest of you. No pun intended.
Yeah, fair enough. I just don't know how accurate those books would be, considering how a lot of things have flip-flopped and literally shifted around within. I don't even know how long within. Time has been weird. Sweeping all over the place, but you know.
Yeah, that's true too. I couldn't find very many things that were up to date uh, when I was trying to find literally anything up to date. Um, just to catch myself up on the world at large as well.
Well, it's a start.
Yeah, it's a
It ain't
start,
much.
and
So, what other books you got? So you got a few on like the terrains of lords, just reading up on
yeah,
anything
I've
lords related.
anything Lords related. I found some more on the Primordial Ring in general. Um, sorry,
Yep.
saw Alon's message. Um, yeah, I've really just been grabbing whatever off the shelves that might have looked helpful. Um, all the words started turning into mush in my brain like an hour or two ago, though.
Good, that's
I
good,
don't
man.
even want to know how long I've been staring at this page. And he'll tap whatever he has open.
It's it happens, but I'm glad. I'm glad you're reading, because I was gonna definitely do a pop quiz. Not right now though.
It's a
Not
book on the benefits of vegetables, Boudica.
That's this actually seems something that's kind of like my speed, I know a lot about nutrition.
I was gonna say, if it's on
Yeah.
dieting and meal planning, Boudica might be your guy.
You see, vegetables, it's important. People think when you bulk up that you only need protein. You need carbs as well, and you need the long acting carbs that are present in vegetables.
I think most of my diet for. Oh god, what was I eating in the arena?
Don't
Who
ask
we say?
questions you don't want the answer to.
once all this is sorted, I'll have to try out a healthier diet. Between what I was eating before the arena and what I ate in the arena, well, it leaves a lot to be desired.
Well, lots of greens are very good, and just long-acting carbs help with your energy levels. Makes it feel like you got more energy overall. This is kind of it's long-acting.
Mhm.
Yeah, vegetables, they have like a lot of other really cool benefits as well, if you didn't know. Anyways, I'm getting those books on the wards, and I am not reading them. I am stockpiling them, and I will not be getting a library card. I am stealing.
I'm sure Benna will have your hide for that when we find him.
Oh, I'm sure he will. In fact, I'm trying to provoke him into showing up, so... I might open one book and fart in it.
If that doesn't get him out, I don't know what will.
Boudica
Yeah.
goes to all these books and like tears off the system label so it doesn't have like a number anymore.
Or like Boudica goes in and like dog ears random pages, folds them over, just closes it and leaves it. It's like, just use them! There's free bookmarks here! It's like,
Boudica
Congrats,
goes,
you're
okay,
every
you want me to use
librarian's nightmare.
bookmark? You want me to use bookmark? I'll use bookmark, and takes a piece of cheese.
Stop! Stop!
You know in Mythbusters how they like fold the phone books together one page at a time to like link them? I just imagine Boudica doing that with like every book in a library, and this poor librarian is just having to go one page at a time.
I like to imagine, of course, this doesn't get Benno back, but when he eventually shows back up, he walks back into the library and, without any discussion, just turns around and goes, Boudica, what the fuck? Because who else would it be?
I was doing a summoning ritual to summon you, and it worked because now you're here.
But as that's going on, is there anything else you guys are trying to do today?
I would like to, without actually messing with it, inspect the room Ocean is in and see if there is any method of access that doesn't require lowering the wards.
Yeah, looking at it, there's like a control panel that controls parts of this room. And from what you're able to make out, there does seem to be a system to allow someone to like reach through from the outside. I mean, technically you have an exposed hand, so it's kind of like the exact same deal of, oh, like there's a cobra in a cage. Like you can stick your hand in, the snake's not getting out. Could bite you though if you're not careful.
Right.
Although the wards seem to be keeping Ocean unconscious.
Okay. Because I knew this was like a diagnostic room, so I wanted to check how we might be able to give the test trial to her without, messing with anything.
There is the crux. Probably someone just needs to reach in and, like a skilled veterinarian, give a shot to a creature that does not want to have a needle in them.
Right. How do you give a shot to a hippopotamus?
Well, of all of us, only one person's actually injected someone before, probably.
You don't know how many
Thanks.
drugs Feacha has done.
Yeah, I did almost make a drug joke when Boudica was talking about long-lasting energy.
I get that in other ways.
Just saying, Beach has done a lot of things to maximize his efficiency. Hasn't always gone the best for him.
Stupid fucking little nets that they trap cats in to give them shots. Imagine that, but with a lair.
Mm-hmm.
One last thing before I get some more rest because I still need it. I'm gonna go down to the sewer entrance,
Mm-hmm.
see if that door has been altered at all, because I know it was massive and super hard to open and close, but just wanted to check.
Yeah, as you go and look at it, it's open.
Oh, do I see any anything outside?
As you look outside, no, you actually see a very clean sewer.
Cleaner than before?
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any without leaving, without like exiting the door frame, do I see any signs of motion, movement, life, footprints, anything of that nature? Possibly like ripples in the water?
Make a physical check.
Okay. Um -6. So that's gonna be 4 dice. 1.
One, you stand there for a long time looking, as you know you're tired, so you don't want to miss anything. You're fairly certain you don't see any footprints, bits of movement, no ripples in the water, just very empty and clean.
Okay. I'm going to leave it open for the moment, but I'm going to sort of go back inside and call for everybody to join me.
Okay. And I think at this, Naza, you would hear Alon yelling for people to join him as you like sit up.
Yeah, she's running. Not running. She's going with the maximum efficiency that she can.
Of
I was
course.
gonna say, you start running immediately, you trip and knock yourself back unconscious.
I think like 3 people would be like right there to restrain her if she tried.
Boudica
Like
is
fully
going
running.
Yeah, Boudica's gonna gently set the books down as they go.
Mm-hmm. I think Helmuth would arrive as well.
Beach is coming.
So this door is open. It's not meant to be. And the sewer is suspiciously clean. We came in this way and left this way, and it was not this clean. Unless the infected enjoy just scrubbing the places they take over. I don't know what's going on here.
Can Boudica sort of take a look around to see if she sees anything suspicious?
Sure. Go ahead and make a physical check. Looking around, you're not picking up anything extra. Seems to be very clean, like devoid of all particulates and other bits of matter.
Maybe the Warrens did this when it came through?
Does it have a habit of cleaning things? Doesn't it normally just take?
Duh.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would be intentionally cleaning, but maybe if there were, I don't know, enough living things in the particulates.
Warrens would need to be quite hungry. This does not seem like it.
Yeah, if we're talking about particulates, then it left blood behind.
Where'd it leave the blood?
Middle level.
So, I thought was perhaps, well, no, that wouldn't make sense. For a second, I was thinking maybe someone from the lab ran out this way and has just been living down here, but maybe didn't go back inside because they were scared of the Warrens coming back. But that wouldn't make sense. Why wouldn't they shut the door?
And I mean, why would they want to clean? That seems like it would be a very obvious red flag that there had been someone down here.
Well, if you're gonna live somewhere, you might as well make it hygienic. Especially if it's a sewer. You don't want to get an infection.
Colin, drawing on what I know of the Warrens, does it seem like it would be... Creating the fake Veach would that have taken a lot of energy from it? Would it have been potentially this hungry after that?
Wouldn't have been this hungry now.
Okay.
This does not seem to align with what you know about it.
Gotcha. Fair.
Part of me wants to investigate, but I also know that most of us are in nowhere near fight shape right now.
I shall keep watch over this area.
All right, that's appreciated, Helmuth. Give a holler if you see something.
I shall. If there is threat, it shall die. Sleep well.
And not to you.
And Helmuth would close the door and take his post on the inside.
Okay.
You're fairly certain he's not letting anything get through that way.
Yeah. Well, do we want to barricade the front door just in case, or? Also, what are you doing up looking at Nasa?
You called for help.
I called to show people something. You didn't have to. You need your rest. Well, we all do, but you especially.
I got some rest. We'll get more in a few minutes.
Fair.
Have we
let's
been...
get you back to it. Sorry, go ahead,
have we
speak.
been seeing infected around Darmium,
Yeah.
Colin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's not like they just up and left or anything.
Yeah. No, they're still
Okay.
here.
Right. Yeah, barricading the front's probably not a bad idea.
See what spare parts that aren't, mission critical.
Okay. I mean, there's a lot of those.
Great. Sort of pile them up against the front door.
Mm-hmm. Then you can do that.
All right. I would also like to check on Diana, see how she's doing.
Diana's still sleeping.
Yeah, just, checking
Yeah.
heart rate, that sort of thing. Just, general health check.
Yeah, I mean, general health check is that She is definitely in aether shock at the moment, but it's nothing life-threatening or anything.
Okay. All right, everybody. Do we want to try and take watches?
I suppose I can. Although, I would suggest that most of the rest of you sleep.
Much as I would like to volunteer, I'm not really in the shape for it.
Well, I suppose Polydactyls, if you're up for it. We don't necessarily need it. I mean, we've barricaded the door, and hopefully at least one of us is a loud enough sleeper that if Helmuth calls out, well, if Helmuth's the one calling out, I don't think we'll be able to sleep through it, but you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Let's all get some rest then. Much as we can anyway.
Yeah. Let's do it. And yep, back to bed.
Back to bed. Sleep time. Then is there anything else before you guys take another rest?
I'll probably go towards either Boudica or Lon, whoever looks less tired.
How tired are you, Boudica?
Tired 3.
You're less tired.
Also, Boudica
Sitting at
has...
a solid
Boudica
tired 6.
Yeah, Boudica went back and grabbed the books for Neja.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. While she's accepting the books, she'll say, "This really isn't here, then."
Well, we looked everywhere and we didn't see him, but we saw signs, but we didn't see him, which, you know, is in and of itself maybe good and bad news. So we did see corpses, but we didn't see him. Which means he could still be alive.
Hope so.
I hope so too.
Once I'm rested a bit more, I'll try to... I know he's probably got wards out the wazoo, but I'm gonna do what I can to see if I already tried contacting him once like that, didn't quite work. Elon tried scrying, didn't quite work either, but maybe we could just... I could try just an easy teleport, like we've done before, to bring either him or whatever's left back. There's a spell in here too, a resurrection spell. Maybe that'll help. I'm worried, but I'm not panicking, I guess, right now, which is good.
He's a smart guy.
Yes.
I mean, as you know, but I think he has what it takes to survive.
Think so.
And
He's
whatever
proven me wrong once before.
and whatever situation he's in. But yeah, we're tired. Wow, I'm like a little bit tired myself. Ugh. Anyways, there's your nerdroids. Enjoy. Be safe. I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, unless if there was
No.
anything else.
No, I should probably do so as well.
Yes.
Good night then.
Alright.
Alright, both of you heading to bed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Vicha, are you doing anything?
I think Vitra would probably check on Celeste, see how she's doing. Just in general with all the shit that's been going on.
I mean, Celeste
Uh,
has been taking care of Nasa and Diana all day and mostly just resting. She kind of shrug. I mean, better than the arena, I guess.
yeah, very low bar, but you're right there.
Yeah. How's the cure thing going? We making progress at least?
Yeah, we're working on a test serum. I think it's 1 day now at this point, or still
Uh,
2.
After tomorrow, it will be. I mean, tomorrow's like the last day of waiting, and then following morning it should be done.
Uh, just waiting one more day, and then day after tomorrow we should. We're gonna test it on uh their, I guess their old friend in there in the warded room.
Great. I mean, we gotta test it, so here goes nothing.
Here goes nothing. Oh, here. And I think he'll take out like a pouch, like 2 gold and pass it to her. It was more than 2 hours before we ran into Troubling Lane. You were right.
Oh. Yay. I don't know how I feel about this. Well, thanks. I'm probably gonna get some rest.
All right. Sleep well then. I'm probably gonna do the same.
Alright. And Celeste will head to bed.
And Vicha will also head to bed.
Gotcha. Then, all of you, as you take another complete rest, can remove 2 levels of tired.
Woo.
So you're
Just one more good nap, and I'll be able to do my powers again.
I have my powers back. Hooray.
Cool.
I think
you
I'm
have a job.
still. I think I'm still unable. It was 5 or more. You're in Aether Shock, correct?
Yep.
Then yeah, I'm still in Aether Shock, but just barely.
Good for you. Aether shock would kill the average person 5 times over, and you're just like, it's okay. I'm just a little sick. But you got one more
Went
day.
through worse in
Yeah.
exam week.
But all of you got one more day of kind of waiting. Is there anything in particular you guys would like to do?
First, I'm going to check Ocean's chamber to see if the wards have further degraded or if they're stable.
Going and checking, it seems that the wards are stable.
Okay. So they are damaged, but they're not deteriorating.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Good to know. And then I will check on Helmuth.
Gotcha. Helmuth is still at his post, just watching the door, and he turns around. No activity.
All right. Thanks for giving a look out. We should have first dose available by tomorrow morning.
Tell others if they wish training, I can provide here.
All right. I will let them know.
Hmm.
And I may also take you up on it.
Hmm. You should. You are too weak.
Yeah. And then I will head back up
Okay.
and let everyone know that the Helmuth gym is open.
All right.
Boudica's beelining.
Okay. I think Celeste would also be beelining, to be honest.
I'm doing my usual checkups of Randall and Diana. Has Diana woken yet?
Diana at this point is just like beginning to open her eyes. It's probably a little past 9:30 in the morning, and she sees you enter. Where are we? Did we make it?
We made it. We're in the lab.
Do you smell burnt toast?
Do you smell burnt toast?
No? Maybe?
Check if my daughter's having a stroke.
You don't think she's having a stroke, but again, she had like 10 levels of tired.
Right.
Her aether shock was pretty bad.
No one's cooking toast.
Oh, alright.
Uh,
Do we have a cure yet?
it's cooking.
Oh,
It'll probably be.
does it smell like toast?
Does it smell like toast?
No!
No, it doesn't.
Oh, alright.
Yeah. I've already checked her once. I'm gonna do it again, just to make, just for own peace of mind, for that sake.
Yeah, she's good.
But as I'm doing that, I will explain. Yeah, initial version of the cure is cooking. We should have a initial trial run ready by the morning.
Alright. That's good.
The bed she's on is on wheels.
Yeah.
Hey, Helmuth, is giving people some training downstairs. Now, I don't want you out of bed yet, but if you want, we can bring you down there and you can observe.
Alright. I'll do that.
If you want to.
I do. I do.
All right. In that case, I will. Well, the two strong people have already beelined it for the door. Hey, Visha, you want to give me a hand here?
Yeah, sure.
Start rolling.
Alright. Then y'all can roll her down to the Helmuth gym.
Colin, has Helmuth seemed to really care that Veach is around, or has he just been, basically ignoring him?
Kind of just ignoring him.
Okay.
Not
I think
ignoring,
Veach was...
but not really caring. He's got bigger fish to fry.
Okay, yeah, I mean, Vicha was worried about being very, kind of obviously wards touched. But I think if Helmuth hasn't really seemed hostile to him or anything, he might also jump for training.
Make a
He's
spirit check.
kind of, Jesus. I have a 5 spirit and tired 5.
Then just roll 2d6 for me. We'll take the lowest.
Okay.
Well, doesn't matter. It's alright. You're good. Nothing to worry about.
Hey, that's scary.
That's too damn bad.
I don't suppose hero points are applicable on this one.
You'd have to spend 2 to potentially get anywhere.
I mean, fuck it, they're disappearing by the end of the session anyway.
Okay.
It's still a 2, I think.
It's a 6 and a 1, Caleb, but you know.
Oh, yeah, God damn it. I guess I don't keep the old rules.
No.
Yeah, I have a brain. It's fine. It's fine. Nothing bad is gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Alright, well, while that's going on, Naza, what are you doing?
Being normal.
Okay.
Looking through the books.
Okay.
For anything in particular?
Just refreshing. Specifically the books on wards that Boudica brought.
Okay. Then, yeah, you can go ahead and as you're flipping through, start getting some more ward knowledge.
Nice. And eventually I would also appreciate being able to have a conversation with our favorite artificer. Second favorite. Artie's still the best.
Damn. That's crazy. Then yeah, I mean, whenever you want, you can head over.
You would.
Alright, then as you head over, Polydectes is kind of in a separate lab, seemingly like brewing up like a vat of like potion of some kind.
What you making?
Oh, well, this is a bit of a cocktail to help us all generate some more proteins and enzymes that are necessary for our muscles repairing themselves, clearing up lactic acid, and a whole bunch of other bodily functions necessary to recover. Basically, it should speed up our ability to survive ordeals like this. Maybe get us all back to 100% a little bit sooner.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yeah. I'm glad you're up. I mean, I know that it wasn't necessarily life-threatening, but these things can change in an instant.
Yeah. And I am glad that you're okay as well, especially after all the issues we faced at Glane.
Hey, me too.
How's your arm doing?
It's doing fine. Wasn't paying enough attention during the fight, so that's what you get. Pretty much better now, though. Just a bone bruise.
Fair enough, yeah. Did the... And I won't judge the answer either way. Did the glasses just not work, or were they just not activated?
I didn't know what would happen if I, again, used them. Diane and me had it under control.
Okay. That's good. I just wanted to make sure there wasn't anybody, like, intentionally suppressing it or something.
And
Especially
no,
after Diane and I's communication got cut short.
it got cut short.
Yeah, I was talking to Diana and it, at some point, just stopped. Dropped.
Oh. Well, no. At least to my knowledge, it wasn't interrupted.
Good. Hey, Ilan gave me Eclor. Do you have any tips or tricks on how to use it more effectively?
Well, it was originally supposed to be a fuel rod. I'm being completely honest. So, with that in mind, I suppose with it. It's good at a distance. Lots of powerful electricity. Rewards focus, as that's kind of what the lightning's attuned to. Be honest, I didn't try and use it for much fighting, although I see that it has the use.
Yeah, it was a huge help against the dragon. I couldn't quite use some magic around, so it managed to fly under that radar just enough.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Glad I could help. Yeah. Otherwise, keep two hands on it tightly and hope for the best.
I mean, I'm not letting go. If anybody tries to steal it, they're gonna have a hell of a time.
Good. Put a lot of work into that thing.
It shows.
Huh.
And I know it might not be the most opportune time, because, I'm fairly tired, you're cooking things up. But at some point, if we could start our artificing lessons, that would be nice.
I can, honestly, if you want, I can give you some basic principles right now as we brew up this batch.
Sure, that would be fun.
All right, here, pull up a chair and we can start going over some things.
She will pull up a chair.
Cool. Make a mental check.
Okay. I've tired 5, so I cannot use skilled.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just normal 10. Minus 5 is 5, so we're good. No problem. We're just gonna be normal. That's a lot of ones. No, it's not.
No.
3 successes.
Then, as you are going, you're able to start picking up a lot, actually, as Polydectes is basically laying out, like, the fundamental principles of artificing and standard methods and procedures he uses, specifically now around, like, the creation of potions, but also going over what particular tools that he uses do and, like, some surrogates that potentially you could use out in the field and things like that. And so he would begin those lessons. At this moment, we cut back to everyone else who has gone over to Helmuth. As all of you kind of make your way forward, and Helmuth will kind of turn around. All of you come for training, yes?
Yes, please.
Yep.
Yes.
And you can see Celeste will, like, giddily nod, and Diana will just give a thumbs up from the bed. Helmuth will look at Diana and just give, like, a grim nod. There's not enough time to teach you as much as I would like, nor are your bodies in correct shape. This is disappointing. However, there are other things to learn. Techniques, guards, attacks. I will take you through what I can. Some of you will learn guards, others will learn attacks. Once we are finished, you will be better prepared. Lessons that I teach you today, you shall use all your lives. And at this point, all of you will have a choice about what you'd like to learn from Helmuth. He's teaching Nygard's attack and Bentham's defense, so you can choose one. Nygard's attack allows you to, when you make a melee weapon attack, power cap your damage roll, so you can only roll dice equal to your power score. But the damage roll gains an additional level of sheer, and you gain an extra success as part of it. So basic, 1 success. If you gotta hit a target, or you're like, this just needs to somehow get through, or I need some extra sheer, whatever, you can do that. But until the end of your next turn, creatures make damage rolls against you at benefit 3. Basically, he's teaching you a last-ditch scenario where if you just need to make sure an attack lands you got it. Or there's Bentham's Defense, basically like an all-out defensive technique for if you're really in trouble. And when you are the subject of a damage roll with Bentham's Defense, you can give up your action on your next turn and gain a shield rating equal to double your current level until the end of the turn. So basically it's like cocooning up. And both of these powers can only be used once per combat.
I'd like to learn Bentham's Defense.
Bentham's Defense? Alright.
I'll take defense too.
Alright, we got double defense. What about Vicha?
Vicha. Yeah, I'll go Bentham's Defense as well. I already have funny things that I can do by power capping myself.
Thought we learned about this, Caleb. I thought we learned.
Nothing bad ever happens to me.
I swear to God, Caleb.
I said I'm taking defense. I'm being a good boy.
Nah, man. Alright.
Just be smarter about using heart attack in the future.
There are so many
It
things
should've
I could
worked
say. But it's good.
0 successes on 12 dice.
Mm-hmm. But hey, with Nygaard's attack, you could have had a guaranteed one. But all of you can go ahead and learn Bentham's Defense. Celeste is gonna go ahead and learn the attack then, and probably, yeah, Diana will as well. Actually, no, Diana will learn the attack, yeah. Helmuth will put you through your paces there. And at one point, like, Boudica, he kind of, like, looks to you. We test your defense now.
Okay.
And he's gonna go ahead and, like, rip a chunk of the wall out, like a pillar, and swing it at you. As you, like, quickly fall into your defensive formation, you, like, pull out your axe and, like, cut through it using the technique. Helmuth will just nod. Good. And he puts, like, a severed chunk of pillar back. Keep legs straighter.
Sure, I can sure try, and then she tries to go like...
Duh. He's just gonna keep on going and, like, making his way over, teaching where he can. But before
I had
long...
a moment where I was like, man, why use a pillar? Just use the sword. And then I realized we do not want him to use the sword. We do not want him to use the sword.
Yeah, guess what? He was doing Boudica a favor. The sword would have not gone over well.
You really would not have.
I just imagine Naza sitting there. It's like, just use the sword, asshole. Helmuth is like, all right, thump.
Somewhere in the middle of their like little artificing like activities, she gets another spidey sense. She goes, sword. Wait, no.
Ladies, which one would you rather have to deal with? The pillar or the sword?
I like to think Naza has reverse Spidey sense. It just tells her the fucking opposite.
I'm picturing
Spidey sense
like
goes always wrong.
that bit in Avatar, where Aang's going through like Boomi's challenges.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucks up by choosing Boomy because he's like, oh, like this will catch him off guard.
Yeah, I can see it. But about 2 o'clock, Helmuth will kind of like give everyone a nod. You have pushed your buddies. You have learned basics of technique. Keep practicing. The fate of rings rests on your shoulders.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the lessons.
He'll just give a nod.
And I think, go on.
No, go ahead. Nope.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think Vichu would probably scuttle off after that.
Gotcha.
Probably Alon would do the same after getting someone else's help bring Diana back up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I mean, he would help with that. He's just not trying to linger.
He scuttles up halfway up the stairs and stops, turns around, and scuttles back.
I think Boudica will do some push-ups.
Okay. Fair. Is there anything else you guys are wishing to do today then?
I think after getting in the training mood, Alon would give some spirit school studying another college try.
Okay, yeah.
He'll
Then,
be able to roll all the dice he can, but it's something.
mm-hmm. And you haven't unlocked anything with the spirit school
No.
yet. Alright, so you're
I
still
haven't yet.
working on the student school.
Yeah.
Then you can go ahead and firstly make a spirit check.
Okay, and I have a spirit score of 7, but I'm still tired 4, so 3 dice.
Just believe in yourself. Huh.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Well, you can also make a physical check.
Okay. Physical.
I think he should get a bonus for getting 3 threes. That's got to mean something.
It's a Yahtzee.
Oh, dang, just 1.
Well, after your previous attempts, I mean, you have the physical side down. It's just, like, getting in the right mindset for the student school is your biggest hurdle. But, like, if you do that, you got it. You're well on your way.
And then Elon, like, part of the way through doing this is like, my brain is, my body's moving, but my brain is actively asleep. I'm just gonna go to bed.
Okay.
It's like he's trying to do stuff, but he keeps like doing the thing when you're really tired, where your head droops and you go to sleep for like 5 milliseconds, and then you snap back. No, this is not conducive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can see it. Then, as Alon prioritizes his health, is anyone else wanting to do anything?
Potion end up
think
getting
the-
finished, or does it? Oh, you go first.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna say, I think Vichu just goes and holes up in the library and probably takes a nap there. After trying to read a little and probably realizing he's still very, very tired.
Vicha's such a fucking raccoon. Jesus Christ. Okay.
He knows where his comfortable space is.
I see. Then, were you asking about the potion, Neza?
Yes. Does it end up getting finished, or
It
is
does.
it? Oh, awesome! Can we distribute it? Does it work?
I mean, it will be at the end of the day when it finishes brewing, but in the morning, yeah, it can be distributed.
Nice. After it is done and we have our congratulations and thank yous, she will go to bed.
Okay. It's like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and she's like, alright, deuces.
I said what I said. She's tired.
Mm-hmm. And Boudica, are you piecing out?
Yeah, after doing those push-ups, Boudica's like, alright, grandma bedtime.
Grandma bedtime.
What do you mean? It's It's 4 p.m. Yeah,
It's grandma bedtime.
sun's getting low.
You've heard of
It's the
Uncle
new-
Grandpa. Here's grandma bedtime.
Girl dinner. Eventually, you embrace grandma bedtime.
Then all of you can go ahead, reduce your tired by an additional 2. Plus, if you're waking up in the morning and drinking the potion, an additional, let's see here. And then an additional 2 in the morning with the potion.
I am
Oh,
no longer
good.
tired.
No more tired.
I'm just a tiny bit tired, but now we have a mission.
I'm tired one. I think Vicha is handed the potion and just kind of drinks it without even looking at what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like assume someone handed him a cup of coffee.
You drink it, and immediately you just feel like this tingling in your face as you just feel yourself almost forcibly woken up.
How much more of that can you make?
Probably about another gallon, maybe 2.
Might be a good idea. It's potent.
All right, I can do that.
Can I help? After this?
Sure, but I think we're getting pretty close to the moment of truth. In fact, I think it should be finishing up about now.
Let's check in on that.
Would all of you like to come along?
Yeah.
Of course.
As we're walking there, I'll say, also, I was thinking, this, now that I'm, not exhausted anymore, this is our first trial with this new cure. I don't want to try and test it on the only nexus we've got. So, it might be smarter to just try and grab one of the infected outside and try it on them instead.
I'll be honest here. If it doesn't work on a nexus, then it really doesn't matter. We also,
That's a fair point.
if we grab a random person out there, we don't know what kind of condition they're in. At least from what we can tell, Lucien's body is working.
That's true.
And we can try it, but it's just a potential dose wasted.
That's a fair point. All right. And go and check in on the progress.
Gotcha. Then, as all of you make your way forward at this moment, you come to kind of almost like this centrifuge machine, Alon, and it kind of is slowly winding down as, at this moment, Polydectes lets out a big sigh and will just kind of look over to you and kind of give a nod.
The way this machine works has it been focused down into a vial or a jar? Or
It's into vials now. Yeah.
Into vials. Okay. How many were made?
Well, it runs the entirety of the machine. Yield that we look to be trying to receive from this is about 1.1 gallons.
All right.
From my best guesses, 5 milliliters in order to cure an average person, 20 milliliters for a Nexus host.
Okay. 5 for average. How much for Nexus?
Probably 20. If we're looking at someone like Naomi or one of the larger ones, to the hells if I know. As much as we can put in them, I guess.
Fair point. Okay. I guess I'll prep a syringe.
Gotcha. Then, as you go ahead and open this thing up, you can see this lit cylindrical interior, Alon, as you kind of take a shaking breath, reach in, grab a vial of kind of this bright, almost like cyan blue liquid. Then start loading that into a syringe.
I look to, I guess, Boudica. Hi, Boudica.
Yes?
Would you mind going downstairs and getting Helmuth? You should be able to watch the initial trial.
Of course, and I'll go ahead and skedaddle and get him.
And he'll come back up with you.
I'll show him the syringe. First dose prepped.
Each will work.
Good. And then walk into Ocean's diagnostic room.
All right. Polydectes will go to the command console and kind of like give a nod as he's getting everything ready. You just all see kind of Ocean there, still unconscious.
And it does, from my understanding, do I have to insert this into a vein or just sort of stab it in the thigh?
Any muscle will do.
Muscle will do, okay. And I have a clear shot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in that case I'll go up to her cage and sort of just wait to insert and then depress as soon as the hole's open.
Gotcha. Then, with one quick motion, shunk, you inject the contents of the syringe. You quickly go backward. There are a few seconds. Then you watch as Ocean's eyes open wide, and you can see for a moment her form starts to flicker. And then you watch as Ocean doubles over, begins vomiting out Estelle flowers. And there are a few moments where there's just kind of this silence. And you can see kind of now a more disheveled looking Ocean looks up at you, Alon. Alon, what happened? Where am I?
Are you back with us, Ocean?
Oh, where would that be?
One moment, please, and I'll go over to the diagnostic table. Any signs?
You can see Polydectes is rapidly pushing keys and buttons as he's looking at the results. We're looking at it seems to still be working, purging itself. Major centers of the virus in the body are like expected being purged first. I mean, I'd say she's probably gonna feel like shit for the next few days. Probably is not gonna want to do much of anything.
Sure. How long until the system's flushed?
Fully flushed. 3 days to a week. But we're already on track to be 80% gone within an hour.
I think at the statement of that number, Elon just hugs Polydectes and jumps a bit.
Haha! Well done. Well done.
Good.
Everyone, we got it.
Boudica's double fisting into the air like, fuck yeah!
That's great.
By the
Might
high
be crying
gods.
a little.
You know what? That's fair.
Helmuth, my friend. We have got a working system.
This is good. Working system is what we need.
Yeah.
Lord's virus, you just met the fire.
Well, it's...
Virus will be 80% gone out of the system within an hour of injection. Should be fully gone anywhere from 3 days to a week.
I see. This is good. I can see what I can do in time to accelerate process. But now, do you have faith that it does work? No relapse.
I do, Polydectes.
I do too. I'd be willing to bet my life on it. Duh, good enough.
I will hand him whatever remains of what was in the initial distillation.
And you can see Helmuth will nod. I shall take 3 vial, plus notes about creation process.
Understood. Polydectes, Nasa, Vicha, let's get to work on transferring all of our notes into separate things.
I've already got it done.
Let's make copies. Make copies? Okay.
I did. I mean, after all of you went to bed yesterday, I was kind of up alone.
All right.
I mean, what else was I gonna do over dinner?
Sleep.
You don't sleep during dinner alone.
I know that.
And he's gonna, like, pull out a few kind of, like, binders full of what appear to be, like, copied notes that Helmuth will take. As well as some vials, too. Duh.
Divvy out what the man requested.
He'll give all of you a nod. You have very important job. The tree of titanic magic cannot be allowed to spread. If it does, we endanger the entirety of this deck. You've proven yourselves capable. You will keep on right track. You will do what needs to be done. You will continue good work. You will succeed. Is this understood?
Elon, like, fully straightens up, like, into a soldier's posture and says, "Yes, sir."
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Of course.
Yes, sir.
I shall make exit. I must breach the defenses of hell. Get back to friends. Hopefully, stop spread of Van Rome virus. If all is done, then we shall attack this from 2 sides.
Have we ever heard it called that before?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, you have once or twice.
Gotcha.
Naomi called it that, remember?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, that's right. I almost forgot.
Naomi called it what?
Van Rome virus.
Oh.
I will just sort of say to Helmuth, injection directed to muscle tissue. Dosage amount will change depending on how far along the infection is, but roughly should land between 5 to 20 liters.
Milliliters.
Milliliters.
Duh.
But that should be in your notes. I just wanted to make sure it was expressed.
I hope you know. They cannot be allowed to take you. If they have knowledge of how cure works, they could create counter-cure, resistance.
Understood.
I give you these to stop them at all cost. You will use these responsibly. And he will reach into his bag. You can see that he pulls out, like, 4, like, bright red cubes that probably can like fit in the palm of your hand. They have like these intricate orange embossing lines all over them. And Helmuth will pass like the 4 cubes over to you, Alon.
What are these?
These are held charges. Each one contains the equivalent of 1,000 pounds of dynamite. They explode with hellfire. I took these as I was procuring war in hell.
Ah.
I fed 5 to Baelor.
Huh.
The devil, after consuming them, died by own hellfire. If need be,
Didn't even need to rent a confetti machine. That's not in character.
Let's see.
if you need them, you shall use them. Good luck to all of you.
Good luck to you too.
Thank you.
I shall make exit through sewers. Then, open portal out as best I can.
Alright.
Helmuth is going to give each of you a nod. He's going to start journeying out through the sewers.
I am going to continue observing Ocean's progress.
And you can see, like, Ocean is still looking like a little out of it as she's looking around. It's more like a drunk at 4 a.m. Like, they've already, like, thrown up and, like, they're just kind of in this state of, like, what is happening?
Can I?
So
get
no
her
different than
some-
usual.
Can I get her like was she unconscious on like a bed or anything, or was she just kind of on the floor?
She was just on the floor.
I think I'm gonna get her like some more comfortable like bedding or something
Mm-hmm.
for her to lay down in.
Yeah, I'll try to get her some food too. It's been a while, I'm sure.
Uh-huh.
Ocean, do you mind if I ask, are you experiencing bodily soreness?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
It's just soreness all over. I'll be honest, my stomach is not doing well. It feels like it's just churning. I have a massive headache. Was the Meroviglia a success?
Unfortunately.
Oh, what's that supposed to mean?
I will explain all of that in a little bit of time. However, right now, what you need to do, what you need to focus on is getting your strength back, getting well, okay?
Okay.
You're kind of down for the count for a little while there.
Alright. My stomach. And she just kind of like doubles over.
I get her a bucket too.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Now,
Gotcha.
get her some water.
Sure. If you
I
want.
want to bring by a bag or basket just in case she needs it.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want it to let it be known I'm taking out the bucket when it's like full of Estelle flowers, kind of dumping them and lighting them on fire.
That's fair. I don't think anyone can blame you for that.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's just
For
it.
food, do we have like?
Hmm?
Oh,
Go ahead.
go on. Oh, I was just gonna ask if we have like crackers or something to give her, something that would be easy for her to get down right now.
Yeah,
You can definitely go and get some crackers if you want, Vicha.
Sure.
I like
What
to
did you say,
imagine
Alon?
This is passing you like
Dalton?
a full plate.
Well, no, I always ate ramen when I was sick.
Hmm.
I never did,
Here's the
but I
soup.
also have never liked ramen, so it wouldn't cross my mind.
I mean, I can see it because like chicken noodle soup is like the common
Yeah.
sick thing, so it's like it's warm.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't like soups in general. It has just always been crackers. Because they're generally easy for me to get down. But yeah, no, I mean, Future would scrounge up some water, some crackers, and or I guess some soup if he can find some. Although I assume there's no like canned soup around.
No, not really.
Yeah, just crackers and water then.
Gotcha. Then, like, as you kind of like go over, you give Ocean some water and she'll like try and down it. And then she'll like kind of take a cracker, Vicha, and like as she's bringing it up to her mouth, you can see she's just gonna like double over the bucket. And you watch as like a few more Estelle flowers come out, and then an arm. And you can see like Ocean blinks a bit, and then you watch as she vomits up again like this blackened tar that starts to rise in front of you, Vicha. As all of you watch as shadow starts to spread across the room. I thought he'd never leave. And you watch Boudica as this shape coalesces out of this blackness. Claws made of this ivory flesh. White eyes, Neza, that slowly begin to look around the room as you watch as these jaws start to form, Alon. Oh, you're smart ones. I need smart ones. And you watch as, with a finger, the banker of bones carves through the rest of Benno's wards. As you watch as Ocean just kind of scuttles back, instantly awake and in panic, as the banker is going to slowly advance on all of you. I can smell him on you. Tell me, where is Borellian? I need to know. Go ahead. Exact location. And Vicha, you feel something begin to close around your throat invisibly as you start to float up in the air. It's like a million spider legs are grabbing hold of you, pulling you upward. Tell me, where is Borellian Black? The impure oracle hides him from me. He will not escape. My tithe is absolute.
Illness.
You can see the banker is slowly going to turn and look towards you.
Left to go to Belness. There's some kind of cult thing going on, and he wanted to spread it. Belness is the quickest way out of here.
Is
Unless we
that a
spell it.
lie?
We don't owe him anything. Why would I try to lie? If you go after him, we leave free. He went to Belness, as far as I know.
Make a spirit check at benefit 1.
Oh, I don't have great spirit. I can't argue for any kind of mental to resist some mental probing.
He's not mentally probing you.
Okay.
You're sitting here lying to the banker of fucking bones.
Yeah, that's true. I will use 1 hero point.
Forgot you only have 2d6. I think you believe you're telling the truth. And at this point, Vicha, you feel every bone in your body snap. As
Just got us back.
you all watch as he brings Vicha closer. And I think it's not every bone, Vicha. Just every one other than the ones necessary for you to speak. As he brings you close. And you know exactly what this thing is, Vicha. This was one of the entities you were always told to never engage. Run away on sight. Get away. Never get captured. Nicholas Black. A story. An entity known across the cosmic stack. The horror of worlds. And you watch as the smile continues to spread. Is he going to Belness? Is that where he is?
Yes, I think so. I don't know this place well, but I think Belness is what he said.
And you see as the banker's smile widens, the mouth begins to open in front of you, Vicha. Alana and Boudica, what are you two doing?
Think. Oh.
I think at this moment, Vicha, you are swallowed by the banker. Do you want to know how I'm aware that it's not Belness? Because that's not in this pocket dimension. He wouldn't leave here. So let's try this again. And at this point, you watch as he flicks his fingers as Celeste begins to rise as well. Where is Borellian Black?
Can you give back, Reacher?
Can see the eyes slowly turn towards you, Alon. Give back. Give back. Why would I do that? Why shouldn't I take you? Pack you up. You'll make a wonderful addition. I know just how I'll use your vertebra.
Well, I don't think you want the one you already took. He's kind of spoken for on a couple different levels already.
I am the End Authority. Besides, I will use him to his fullest. Where is Beryllian Black?
East.
East.
I figure yes, east.
Where east? I need a name. A place.
On the other side of the Tempest Wood.
Why would he be there?
They have some sort of stronghold over there.
You can see the white, shark-like eyes grow a little bit bigger, Alon. You have him interested. A stronghold. Does it have a name, Doctor?
It,
I think you'd watch as this tall, lanky figure begins to surge forward like a shadow until he is mere footsteps from you, Alon, and the eyes bend down to be on your level. There are shark's eyes, white and dead.
Blaine, dog Blaine.
Glane. I see. Very well. You have talent. All of you do. Perhaps you'd be best served with me. And Alon, you feel a clawed hand wrap around your throat. It's this gentle quickness. Like he's not moving fast, but yet he is. You'd like that, wouldn't you, Doctor? You love putting people back together. You could talk about anatomy.
Can I still speak?
You can.
Okay, I'm not sure if I do. I just wanted to check.
The eyes would flick over to you momentarily, Neza.
I don't think any of us need particularly to go with you. Give us back Vicha, please.
Why? Because you begged?
Well, like Alon said, he's got a lot of different ties right now, and I don't think it's particularly a fight you need
He
to
eats
bother
Alon.
yourself with.
Oh.
I think you all would be much better with me. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, no, we've fucked up a lot of pursuits so far, so I think maybe you don't want us.
Then I can fix you. Daughter of an angel. A fallen one. Look at your strength. But your muscles are like titanium. How far can they stretch?
No, my muscles. You think they're titanium? They're more like gold. I promise. Please.
You can see that does not dissuade him.
Damn it! Just let us go.
I love that our best defense is just going, no, dude, you don't want us. We're too pathetic and stupid for you.
Yeah, that's not an argument that's really gonna work here, gang.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Besides, this one lied.
And the eyes kind of turn towards you, Neza.
We don't like those who lie. The tide is what the tide is, girl.
Who's we?
I can show you all those who've come with me.
Words work. Words are fine.
No. Your words lie.
You can see the fingers extend wide towards you, Neza. You've got mere moments before he grabs you.
I can't use any kind of wizard spellbook to get all of us out, even the ones he's swallowed, can I?
Can Boudica do anything in this moment?
You could, yeah. You could try.
Boudica's gonna try and... Well, she'll get her axe out. And... she'll make a move to kind of... push Neza out of the way. While maybe trying to... cut at him.
Sure. So you bury the axe into the banker. You watch as he just kind of smiles at you.
Such fight. I love it.
And Boudica, you might be the only one capable of doing this, but make a physical save as he's going to try to snatch you.
Gonna be 3, that was a terrible roll.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, then he snatches you, Boudica, and throws you down his throat.
God
As the eyes settle upon you, Neza.
Nothing to be able to teleport us all out. I know it's probably late,
No, nothing.
but also, yeah, not against this power.
No, you... If there's a reason you got why he shouldn't take you, now's the time.
I have a Torvian that can share memories of Borellian if you need it.
A Torvian. Memories. I do like that.
To smile would just go wide.
one memory in exchange for each friend back.
Exchange? What do you mean?
If you give us Boudica back, I'll give you a memory. If you give us Alon back, I'll give you 2. And if you give Vici back, I'll give you 3.
Why couldn't you just give me them for free?
Because you begged?
You watch as the eyes flicker, Neza. He didn't like that.
You're either smart or dumb. Did you know that there are 2 parts of a brain? They work together. Maybe one of yours is smart and one is dumb. I'd like to experiment. But first, you'll give me the memories.
Do I still have Eklor?
You do.
Give back those 3 friends. Or I will not be giving any memories. Please.
You see the banker smile. You think he's willing to call that bluff.
Have willing to sever this on my own Torvian. And then you will be without those memories.
Can see the banker stops, smiles again.
You still have them.
You keep on giving things, Jamie, that the banker can already get. By himself.
But if you go after him, he will hide, right?
Yes. But I shall find him. A son can't hide from his father forever.
But wouldn't it be easier if people he knows already and trusts could draw him out for you? After all, he was last, well, where Alon said. But who knows where he went by now. I don't think he stays in one place very long. You don't need to be doing all that hunting.
You can draw him out. Is this what you'll do?
Try.
Do it.
I need the other 3 to make it work, otherwise he'll get suspicious.
Can see the eyes narrow.
Fine.
And you watch as one by one your party mates are returned. As
it's like you all emerge from this vast ocean of black tar. Just on the ground between Neza and the banker.
We need some time. Time to travel, time to plan. And time enough so that, just like you mentioned, you could still sense him around. He can't sense you on us anymore.
Can see the eyes focus on you, Neza. I will be back. You will have drawn Borellian out. Else, you will come with me immediately. Do you understand?
Just need time. That's all. A month should do it.
It will be far sooner than that. But, I suppose, just to keep you honest. And in a flash, you watch as the banker reaches out, grabs Celeste, and then takes off running down the halls, laughing maniacally. Before you guys even know what's happening, he's gone. As Neza, you feel something burning in your palm. This mark, like an upside down pyramid of some kind. The symbol of the Banker of Bones. And then in this moment, as all of you look around, there is just dead silence now as the banker has run. And it's here we'll end the session for today.
Before you stop the recording, I want to be clear to Athena, I don't have any intent of doing that to Borellian. Okay.
Well, then he's coming back for
What?
you.
Hopefully by then we'll be past the Great Gate.
You won't.
And?
Please.
He's gonna come back and he's just gonna TPK you. I'm going to be rolling a die at the beginning of each session. When it comes up your number, he's returning.
Helmuth back.
I'd love if that happened next session. And he just stopped halfway down the hall, turned around, and went, hey, where is he?
That could happen.
You need to give us some time, dude. Give me your bones.
What number are we looking for to not hit?
I'm not saying.
Okay. What type of dice are we rolling?
Not saying.
I understand you're not saying, right? But if somebody who was saying were to tell me, what would they say?
Like a D2.
Oh.
Maybe a D100. Maybe a D20.
But at least we didn't TPK today? Question mark?
Like,
would we have?
Maybe a minute into that whole situation, it felt like I had a fever.
Yeah, Jamie, you would have TPK'd.
Okay. So we live to fight another day. That is a problem for future us.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night.
Yeah, that's
Good
what I'm
night.
gonna do. I'm gonna go to bed. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Was that like a chance interaction with him? Or like, was he following us?
There were signs.
Yeah, there were signs.
What were the signs?
Take it away, Caleb. I hope you know.
Okay. So, first off, the wards, the fact that we were let in, that was weird. Um, fuck. The
The clean sewer.
Yeah, the clean sewer was definitely weird. Let's see what else. I'm blanking, but there was definitely more.
Mm-hmm.
So just like weird goings-ons.
There were
Oh,
there were banker hints throughout the past few sessions.
I see. I
Okay.
don't think I have dealt much with the banker quite yet, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what the
Yeah.
signs were.
Like, there were a few freaky things, but I'm not sure. I mean, there were some things that could have definitely been like, oh, there's a thing following us. Part of that, I mean, yeah, there were a few things around different points that were kind of banker hints. I don't want to give them all the way, but yeah, he's been around. An active little guy. And
If
then,
Alon had, oh,
go ahead.
if like we had hucked one of the charges down his throat, would that have distracted him enough for us to like hoof it?
No, that would have done nothing.
Okay,
He just would have killed all of you.
fair.
Is this, in theory, one of the better outcomes we could have had?
It depends. Because if he comes back and you've done nothing, you're fucked. Like, that's it. You're gonna be TPK'd by the banker of bones. Just plain and simple.
That's alright. We're formulating. We're planning.
Well, we'll have to definitely make a plan on how this is going to work.
If you just give him the location of Borellion, and maybe a reason why he shouldn't still take you.
That was the part I was blanking on.
Yeah.
Please
Reason
don't
why
take
you
us
shouldn't
because
take me. I
we're
don't
gonna
really...
save the ring and that way you have more test subjects? Maybe.
Yeah, it probably would have worked.
Well, fuck. Too late, isn't it?
Yeah!
I was considering that, but then at the time, my thought was no, because then he's just gonna say, oh, really? Isn't that interesting? You can do that in a few years, yoink.
I mean, if you would have been like, hey, we have, like, a few weeks.
Anyways,
Alright.
I'm gonna go to bed now.
Fair.
Good night.
Good night.
Alright, thank you for the session. I have cats to feed, so I will also be going.
Alright, good night.